Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Dev, aka the Unknown Variable here, back at you with another commentary. And Activision's incompetence continues to impress me. Now I know this statement probably doesn't come as a surprise to many of you, but I was scrolling through Twitter today as per usual, looking for something to make some content on, and it appears that your boy didn't realize the full severity of the Season 4 Reloaded update. And no, unfortunately, I won't be speaking on nefarious bundles today. Instead, I'll be speaking on the complete lack of competence that is displayed by the developers at Infinity Ward, Raven Software, and the higher-ups at Activision. Now, if you aren't interested in hearing about this information regarding Season 4 Reloaded of Modern Warfare 2, I'll be putting chapters for you guys to be able to skip to the part you want, because the second half of this video will be covering some Call of Duty 2024 leaks. That is the game that Treyarch is making that just surfaced on Twitter. Now, I'm sure all of you have heard the saying, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Well, in my humble opinion, Infinity Ward and Activision's motto should be 0 steps forward and 10 steps backwards. But before I get into that, I would just like to share this tweet that was shared by Modern Warzone on Twitter regarding the Temp V superpowers that were featured in my last video. Now, I'd just like to preface this by saying I had people come into my comment section saying I was whining, and that the Temp V superpowers and this entire boys event was a fun event, and that's fair to a degree because opinions are subjective. However, this poll seems to tell a different story about the community that I myself in my last video was preaching. The tweet reads, "What are your thoughts on the superpowers in Warzone?" And Modern Warzone had multiple different options here for the poll, ranging from extremely fun to cringe, remove immediately. And as you can see here, 63% of the community literally said cringe, remove immediately. So really, all I have to say regarding this is that the vast majority of the hardcore players of COD and Warzone thinks that this shit is cringe. I don't want to say I told you so, COD bootlickers, so I'll just leave it at that. But either way, you're probably asking yourself, well, Dev, what did Infinity Ward and Activision do this time that exposed how incompetent they are? Well, that's a great question, guys, and to start off, we have this Modern Warzone tweet that states that ground loot was actually not spawning in Warzone Ranked. Now, it should be noted that this was unsurprisingly fixed pretty quickly because it's Warzone, and it is no longer an issue, but this begs the question, what the actual fuck are 3,000 devs over at Call of Duty doing when they release an update? Because it seems like every season that rolls around introduces a ton of bugs into the game that weren't even there prior to the update. And remember, Activision at one point was hyping up Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 as Call of Duty 2.0 and the new era of Call of Duty. Well, if this is the new era of Call of Duty, can we please just go back to the old era where they actually had competent development teams? Please. If you thought that was bad though, the news gets even better, because if you're a PC player and want to play Warzone 2 or Modern Warfare 2, it's now being reported by Charlie Intel that PC players are experiencing extreme performance loss after the recent Season 4 Reloaded update, and it's even being reported that some players are seeing as low as 10 frames per second now. I'm honestly dumbfounded with how incompetent this entire development team is, and honestly, it makes me wonder if Infinity Ward, Raven Software, any of them, if they even have a QA team, a quality assurance team, somebody that actually checks to make sure things fucking work before they release them in the game. The answer is probably no, and with Activision and Infinity Ward, this doesn't surprise me one bit. But I suppose it's not all bad news, because we did get some interesting information today regarding Call of Duty 2024 being Treyarch's next title, and this portion of the video is for the people that come to my videos all the time, and they're always leaving comments saying, "Dev, you whined for 5 minutes straight. You whined for 6 minutes straight." Even though the video has a clearly negative title and you decided to click on it, make it make sense. I don't know, doesn't make any sense to me, but anyways, I digress. Charlie Intel is reporting here that an actor has posted videos and images on Facebook saying he's playing the character Ratcliffe in next year's Treyarch Call of Duty game. The character name suggests that the 2024 game will take place during the Gulf War. And if you look at the picture that's accompanied with the tweet here, the guy's name is Luke Charles Stafford, and he said, "Activision decided to adapt their next main character, Ratcliffe, for Call of Duty off of my face/likeness, and I am elated. To all of my college roommates back at Anderson University and those years in Smith Hall playing Black Ops 2, next year we can beat the snot out of each other again, but I want to play as me." So this is some pretty interesting news, and with the incoming acquisition of Activision Blizzard by Microsoft, it's going to be extremely interesting to see how this actually turns out. A lot of people in my comment section are people just with the general consensus around Microsoft purchasing Activision seem to think that Microsoft is going to come in here and tear the entire thing down and fix Call of Duty and make Call of Duty an amazing game series again. I personally don't see that happening because I've never seen in the history of companies a big-ass corporation buy another big-ass corporation and say, well, this is a functioning product like Call of Duty that makes millions of dollars, billions of dollars every single year. It's the best-selling game. Who cares if they have a nefarious microtransaction system? It makes them record profits every year, and they come in and purchase that, and you honestly believe that Microsoft and Phil Spencer and all these guys are gonna rip the thing down from the top and say, yeah, let's make Call of Duty great again. Because as much as I want Call of Duty to be amazing, as much as I want this series to thrive, us as the players, we are the consumers, but big companies do not care about us. They're not gonna come in here with your best interests at heart because your best interest doesn't make them a shitload of money. But either way, that's just my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like the video, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never miss when I upload a video, and I'll catch everybody in the next one.